Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and this is Coco, and today we're bringing you our pattern reveal, or the pattern winner for our Crochet Society box number 42. I finally finished the project that was chosen and I can't wait to show it to you. Now, Coco has had some of her apple and she might have a little bit more, so I'm going to pop it down on the floor so she can have a little munch and a little rest. So she shall say woof woof to all of you. I'll just pop her down on the floor. There she goes, and here's her little treat. Oh, delicious. I'm sure she'll enjoy the rest of that. She had some while I was setting up, so I thought best I keep a little bit for her for now. Anyway, welcome everybody, and thank you so much. I've got one of my beanies on because it is quite cool here, so I thought I don't want any of the heat escaping from my head, and I've got lots of socks and warm jumpers and things on today. So if you're trying to keep warm, I hope you're successful, and on the flip side, if you're trying to keep cool, I hope that you're having a cool day as well. Now, thank you each and everyone for your patience. It has been about 5 or 6 weeks since I came on and did the unboxing for this Crochet Society box number 42. Absolutely love this one. It is so psychedelic. Is that the right word? Very 60s looking. Oh, I've got a little fluff. So, thank you one and all who voted. I have tallied up all the votes and I'll tell you who the winner is. But before we get to that point, I might just give you all a little recap of what was in the book, which patterns you had to choose from, because we do have a few new friends and I just thought maybe they'd like to catch up with what we have been going on now for a couple of unboxings, and it has been a lot of fun that you guys get to vote and I get to make the project that you choose for me. And as I always say, that's great because it keeps me accountable for one of my goals for this year, which is to make at least one project from each and every box, because there's no point in just buying them going, oh my goodness, what exciting little things are in there, and then just popping the box away, which I have a nice collection around my room of the boxes, and I have not really made anything from the previous boxes to this year. So thank you for that. Any newbies, if you'd like to go ahead and watch our playlist, I do have one on Crochet Society, which also includes the Advent calendars. There's 2 in there from the 2 previous years. So please go along and watch those. Now, in this box were 3 gorgeous, gorgeous balls of this Signet Color Rush DK, and it's like a amazing acrylic. It is a premier acrylic, and there were 3 colorways, I beg your pardon. So the balls I think were about 100 grams each, and they were very, very soft and squishy. So I will show you the different colorways as I show you the pattern that I completed and how much yarn I have left. So basically, there's not very much yarn left, but I do have enough to make one more project, I believe, which I might commit to for some further time in the year. So this is the little booklet that the 3 projects came from. The first one was this gorgeous flower power motif, which you turned into a little blanket. Apologies for where the light is today. Didn't position it very, very well. The second one was this love blossom little bag here. Let me just show you the bag. Absolutely gorgeous, and there's some of the yarn that we used if you wanted to make that one. And lucky last, the third choice for us was this gorgeous cowl. Absolutely beautiful, and as this yarn is very, very soft, I think the cowl would have been a wonderful choice, and many of you did choose it. Now, there was one extra pattern at the very back, and at the time I thought that it was possibly a choice. It's called Tender Tulips, and it is a little cardigan, but it was not to be, you were not to use the yarn included in this box, so we didn't go ahead and do that. So there were 33 votes. So thank you very, very much, all of you who voted. So the motifs, so the first one, it got 3 votes. The Love Blossom bag got 19 votes. And the beautiful cowl got 11 votes. So the winner, guys, was, of course, with 19 votes, this gorgeous, gorgeous Love Blossom bag. Now, I have made it. I will show it to you and I will tell you about the process. So here it is here, and I'll let you know what the yarns were. Now I have stuffed it with some yarn, and I'll tell you how much it is in there. There you go. So there's the front of it, and there's that little badge that came with it. I absolutely love that little badge. And what does it say? Be happy. And it's got a crochet ball and a hook. And there's the little motif in the front. This is what the back panel looks like. And then we had to crochet this one here, which actually turns into the strap as well. Now inside this bag, just so you have an idea of how big what it holds. So these balls of yarn are 200 grams each, and there are 3 in there. So I've actually stuffed 3 in there. But it is a very nice bag. I'll just show you. There you go. Absolutely love it. Now, the colours that I used, obviously, for this were a little bit of all of them. And I'll tell you about the process and what I thought of it. So this one, which is the main green colour here, this is all that I have left, which is a horrible mess right now because I was pulling the yarn from both ends. And I did have a little photo to show you, but I'm sorry I didn't bring it up. But that's okay. I'll describe what I was doing with it, why I had it from both ends. And this colourway, I believe, was waterfall. Let me get my glasses. So yes, this one was waterfall. So if anyone is interested, this is the one here. Now the main body of it, which was the oranges and the purples, and what we also used for the little love heart in here, you know, and the rest of the strap. And this is all that I have left for that one, this tiny little bit. And this one was Dust Storm. And then lucky last was the Violet Ice, I believe. Yes, Violet Ice. And that's the one that we had to use for the rays. Or actually, I think they were calling them petals. So it was like a little flower. Let me just pop that up here so you can see it in the background while I'm talking about it. Now that one I have a whole heap of left. Here it is all in here, inside the box, guys. Now, as you can see, they're little balls. So many balls in here. Big and small, because what we needed to do was actually cut up the yarn so that we could get the white and the purple bits, as much white as possible. And then with the Dust Storm, we had to, which was, you know, the rest of the bag, this one, we had to get as much of the orange and tan colors that we could. Now, I personally do not enjoy that process. I'm not going to lie to you. Last time when we had to make the little cow, I opted not to. But this time I thought, let me do exactly what they ask and see, you know, actually have a real opinion about it, not just a guess opinion. The only one that we didn't cut up was the green, this one here, the waterfall. We just worked with that one, which was great. The reason why I don't like cutting it up, as you saw with the Violet Ice now, I have so many little balls that I need to connect them if I make another project. And the one that I would like to attempt is the cow. So we'll see how we go with that. Definitely something for the future. Now, other than cutting up the yarn, you know, like I said, that was a little bit, at first it went against everything I believe in, but I did it. And I also used the same hook. So the hook that came in there was this 3.75 millimeter polymer handle hook. I did use it. I am not, like my projects, the first thing that I would go for would never be something with a small hook. And also this whole project was made using a single crochet, US terminology. The pattern is written in UK terminology, so that's their double crochet in UK terminology. And the video as well that accompanies the pattern is obviously in UK terms. The actual designer, she is the one that narrates the, let me just put my glass on, the video. So she put the video together, and it's Victoria Tyser. So she did a nice enough job of it. I don't think that if you hadn't done color work before, that it would have been a simple video or pattern to follow. But as I had done some before, you know, it was easy enough for me. But even so, I had to print off the chart as large as I could. And then I actually worked out that the even side was, I would work from left to right, and the odd rows I would work from right to left, because I really needed to work out what I was doing. So it took me about 5 or 6 rows before I actually got my head right, which direction I was going. That's why I made little notes for myself. I also kept a tally of each and every row because I really didn't want to mess it up. And in actual fact, I think I've done it backwards, but that doesn't matter at all. Now, the only thing that I didn't do, which the designer has done, because I didn't want to waste the yarn, inside here, there's a little pocket which actually covers this space here. I won't be using this with a pocket, I don't believe. If I want to, I guess in the future I could put one. They did that so that if you had a bit of a mess at the back, you know, like would hide any, indiscretions when you were carrying your yarn, or if you had, the yarn dangling off it. Me personally, I did both. So I think in the end, I would have carried the yarn for the whole project if it wasn't such a small, tight stitch. But then I started to I didn't actually have bobbins. I just had my yarn balls hanging off. And at one stage I had 2 white, 1 orange and 2 green. So with the green, because I didn't want to cut up the yarn, I actually went from the inside pull and from the outside as well. So you can imagine the tangled mess that was going on behind, and every time I turned I would try to untangle it as much as I could. So this is why, guys, it's taken so very, very long to get this to you, because for the color work in the front, there was I couldn't watch TV, YouTube, couldn't have a conversation. I just had to sit in my corner and focus. And as you can appreciate, that takes a little bit of, structure through your day, because we're not only all that lucky to have that much time allocated to us, but the back panel and the strap, that was, a bit easier to work wherever I wanted to. Now with the strap, it's really, really good. So what you do to connect it, you actually start here, and then you connect the front and the back panels, and then you can actually make your strap as short or as long as you wish. I made it this long because I just thought I'd use it to the very end, the purple, and then I used the final little bit just to sew on at this end, which also corresponded with the orangey color there. So that's why I have that tiny piece left of the dust storm only. There we go there. I have confirmed for myself that the single crochet is definitely not my favorite stitch. And I think that's why I also get a little bit challenged when it comes to amigurumi. Maybe if I made bigger projects like with thicker yarn, it would be a different matter. But in saying all that, I'm so very, very pleased with the end result. I am very, very happy that I persevered. And let me tell you, without all of you cheerleaders in the background, and if I hadn't committed to you guys, that's why it's so good to be accountable to you all. I may not have finished this project in the 5 or 6 weeks that it took. It might have taken me months, let's be honest. But in saying all that, look, it was a beautiful project. I'm by no means dissatisfied with the end result. In actual fact, I love this little bag. So I, hope to use it, if not just as a project bag, maybe even if I go out with a nice denim outfit or something like that, like with my jeans, I mean. Anyway, everyone that has seen it has gone, oh, that's nice. And I said, oh no, don't ask for one of these because you are not getting one. They just take way too long. But that's nobody's fault but my own. It's not the designer's fault. She did an amazing job at designing it. In actual fact, more power to her to get that chart done. I think that's amazing. I just couldn't even get my head around reading it, let alone designing it. So that's wonderful. Everything that came in this box was worth every cent, I believe. And because I do have, like I said, guys, all this extra yarn in here now. There one go. If I had a cat, they'd have fun right now. Coco doesn't care. She didn't even flinch. That's amazing. Anyway, so I would like to try that cowl. But like I said, now I've got to join all those, balls together and hopefully get the colorway to flow, as pretty as like this one did, for example, the waterfall. But yeah, I used the hook for the whole entire project, which I know has been I think you guys know has been a challenge for me. I did end up using when I was using it a lot, my hand was going further down, so it was a little bit tricky for me, but that's all on me. It's not on the pattern, it's not on the hook. So I just want to say thank you again, all of you, for, you know, waiting for me. I knew that eventually I'd get it to you. I promised you every week on my last few podcasts. I am working on it. But the main thing is that we had fun. Thanks to you guys, I got to make something amazing, and I hope that you're all very happy with the end result. If any of you make anything from your Crochet Society boxes, please send them across to me and I'll showcase them for you. I know that Lisa has this box, and I think she made something from the other boxes, not anything from this one as yet, so maybe that's coming. Yeah, so guys, once again, if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't have happened, so thank you very much. The great news is that I'm soon awaiting an email that box number 43 will be on its way. So as soon as that arrives, which I'm guessing will be within the next few weeks or a month, I will definitely be doing that unboxing with you and for you, and then we get to play this game again, pick a project for me to crochet. So once again, guys, thank you so much. It means the world to me that I finished another project and another goal that I can tick off my list. I'm so happy for that. And it actually makes the money spent worthwhile as well, because although I have all the other little bits and pieces that are so gorgeous, including that little badge, and I think I'm going to leave it there, it's just nice to be able to have a project from the boxes as well. So maybe at the end of the year I can do a little video to show you everything that, you know, we made together from the Crochet Society subscription boxes. Oh my gosh, it's always a mouthful for me. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you've enjoyed this little chat. Coco is ready for her disco nap, so I might just bring her up so she can say a proper goodbye. Oh my goodness, here she is. She nearly brought that ball of yarn with her. So Coco says woof woof, I say take care, and we shall see you all again in another video. Bye bye everybody.